If you're ready to take control of your mornings and stop snoozing, rolling over, pulling the covers over your head, and hiding from your greatness, I would love for you to join us in the free 30-day Morning Mastery Challenge. In this challenge, we'll be using proven strategies and techniques that I have used in multiple areas in my life and that I have helped my clients use in so many different areas to shift habits in a positive way to start creating the dream life we want to create. If you're ready to start shifting your mornings so that they're not groggy, they're not snoozing, they're not constantly starting with you feeling behind, if you're ready to take control and start creating that dream life today, I would love for you to go to the show notes and click the link or visit overcominggraduation.com/morningmastery. That's overcominggraduation.com/morningmastery. We are super excited about this. The group is already growing, and if you're ready, we'd love for you to be a part of it. The challenge kicks off November 21st, 2018. So for those of you that are ready, we will see you on the inside.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Overcoming Graduation with Brian Drury, a show where I work to teach you everything I wished I'd known about life to help you graduate to the next level on your own. Today is another installment of the Morning Commute, where I take my ride to work in the morning to share a short but powerful message with you to help you kick your day off on the right foot. And today's message is this: don't buy a gym. Have you ever found yourself at a point where you had had it? You were done. You were finally ready to make that big commitment, make that change in your life. For you, it might have been exercise. You said, you know what, I'm finally going to dive in. I'm going to exercise 7 days a week. I'm going to commit to my health in a way I never have. I'm going for it. It might have been eating healthy, that I'm going to have the best quality food. I'm going to be juicing. I'm going to be blending. I'm going to cook everything fresh with fresh, natural, organic ingredients. And I'm just going to have the best food in the world. It might have been career. It might have been your finances, where you say, I'm going to lean in harder than I ever have. I'm going to work to start my own business. I'm going to get the website. I'm going to get the equipment. I'm going to start a podcast. I'm going to do this, and this. And that's going to be the thing. And I'm finally doing it. I'm committing to me today. What do a lot of people do at this point? Let's use health. Let's use health and exercise as an example, because I think it's one we can all relate to in some way. We say, I want a six-pack. I really want to be in better shape. I want to be taking care of my body. I want more energy. And then what happens? Well, a well-placed advertisement catches our eye. We see the Ab Wheel Crusher X10,000 and we go, oh man, if I had that, I would totally be in shape. It'd be so easy. Look, the guy on that ad is just ripped out of his mind. That woman is shredded, and all they have to do is do this little crunchy move with this piece of machinery. Great. It's all I need. If I had that, it'd be easy. Or maybe the person even takes the next step. They say, you know what? If I had a full home gym, if I had all the equipment, all the different things I needed, all the weights, I had an elliptical, I had a Stairmaster, I had free weights, I had cables, I had everything, then I'd get in shape because I would have no more excuses. And after making this big investment, I'd be so much more committed. And then they buy the equipment. They buy it, they get it all, they bring it all in the house, they assemble it, they're all excited. There's that fire, there's that energy, there's that fervor. And they're like, it's going down. And then the first day they work out for 3 hours. And the next day they wake up sore as shit. And they're like, oh my God. But I bought all this equipment, so I'm going to keep going. So they overdo it. And maybe for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days, they're working out every day. They're in that gym, but doing too much too quick. Because they're like, well, I bought all this stuff. I better do it. And then what happens to a lot of people? I would say most, because I've been there plenty of times myself and talking with people, talking with my coaching clients. This seems to be the trend when this is the behavior pattern. Buy that thing. Once I have that thing, I will do X. Once I have that piece of equipment, that gym membership, the yoga membership, the MMA gym membership, once I have an accountability buddy to work out with, Once I have that, then I will be seriously committed to my health. But, almost without fail, when we have that mentality, we reach a point where that new thing no longer becomes new. And the association we had turns out not to be true. Because it wasn't about the thing. It wasn't about the membership. It wasn't about the piece of equipment. It wasn't about the free weights that you have or don't have. What it was really about was your level of commitment towards your goal. Because if you get someone who's really committed to their health, I mean truly, deeply committed, they're going to find a way to work out anywhere, anytime, no matter what. There will be no excuses. There will be the quote I bring up all the time on this show. If it's important to you, you'll find a reason. If not, you'll find an excuse. And in these scenarios, you can either find a reason or find an excuse. Most of us use what seem like very plausible excuses to justify inaction, to justify not pursuing our dream, when in reality, they're very weak, very small excuses. If you think about you're running a race and life is this big race and you're trying to get somewhere. And I know some people don't like the analogy of a race because we're not racing to different things or we're racing toward death. It's just bear with me on the analogy. So it's a race, and a lot of people are creating obstacles and barriers as if they were a 10-foot wall that's flat with no handholds and nothing on it. I don't have the membership. I don't have the equipment. As if that is the only way to achieve this goal, and without that thing, this goal is no longer possible. But in reality, most of these barriers we create are like a 1-foot tall piece of wood that's just stood up. We could very easily step over it, yet a lot of times we choose not to, and we don't want to see it as that easy. Because if it was that easy, then it puts the onus and the responsibility on us, not on that piece of equipment or machinery or membership. Because then it's on us to say, I'm going to make the time, I'm going to do it, there's nothing stopping me. Very often in life, we would rather put imaginary obstacles in our way so that we can stay in our comfort zone, even if we don't like our comfort zone, because it's what we're used to. So we put these things in our way. Well, I can't get to one I've used recently. I can't get to bed early. I've got so much going on. Okay. The stuff I needed to do is generally done by 8, 9 o'clock. And like truly needed to do that day. If I'm being smart, I'm organized, and I'm prioritizing effectively. And then I get in bed at 9, or I get up to my room at 9, and then I say, well, time for bed. But either I didn't prepare myself well enough to get a good night's sleep. Let's say I had too much caffeine or sugar or junk food during the day. I didn't do anything to manage any stresses in my life, didn't meditate or journal. And when I get in bed, I don't end up falling asleep. Or I just pull out my phone and start scrolling around on Instagram and go down an Instagram wormhole where I'm like 18 pages deep looking at things you must buy, or it was when I was looking at this morning, shut up and take my money, for like random shit that no one ever really needs, but it's like, oh, that'd be cool to have. And then I look at things like that at times and go, man, I'd be so much happier if I had X. You see, it's the same belief system, the same flawed belief system applied in a different way. It's what I've commonly heard referred to as Destination Fallacy. When I arrive there, I will be X. Happy, successful, proud, grateful, you name it. And very often, people will spend their lives in that. Even though I'm aware of the dangers of this trap, I still get caught up in it all the time, in all the different areas. And sometimes I do a great job focusing on enjoying the ride, enjoying the moment, being present. And other times I don't do a very good job. So, when you think about these different examples, when you think about waiting to buy the gym to be healthy, oftentimes I'll hear many people in the personal development community say your why isn't strong enough. And I think that's partly true. That many times we need a much stronger why. Like, I want a six-pack is a really shitty reason for most people. Now, here's the thing. Here's where coaching is so important, and individual, like one-on-one coaching can be so powerful. It's for someone that might be a great motivator. Because for someone that might represent something much deeper than just the superficial aspect of having a tight, flat stomach. For somebody else, that might represent, they always, as a kid, wanted that, but they never felt like it was possible. And no one in their family has ever had one. And to them, that would be a certain milestone or a certain way of achieving or defining success to show to them that they were able to stick to a commitment. It could be. For a lot of people, though, it's not. Here's why. Because a lot of people, most people will say they want that because they think that's what will make them desirable or attractive or better or worthy. Because I have fallen into that trap plenty of times myself. For a long time, I put my entire desirability, my worth, as my ability to be in shape. It's like, I know it's a weird way to put it, but me looking good, muscular, defined, and being good at sex. And those were the two things. And it was like I never realized during that time that that's what I was relegating myself down to, that was all I had to offer. And if I wasn't in good shape, or if the girls I was with didn't have mind-blowing sex every time, that they would leave because I wasn't good enough at my core as me. So I would need to do these external things or be these external things in order to be worthy of love. See how it goes a lot deeper? I thought I just wanted to look good and that I would feel confident with muscles, and I felt better when I worked out. Feeling better when I work out is definitely true. Confidence is, that's a whole different ballgame. You and I both know. It's like if you've ever lost a lot of weight or gotten in great shape or gotten ripped up, you may feel more confident in an aspect, but if you don't actually work on your confidence and face the things that are detracting from or deteriorating from your confidence, then you're just a scared person with muscles now. You're an insecure person that's jacked and ripped. Muscles and a lean body don't equate to health or wellness. It takes a lot more than just going to the gym to create that balance and that love in your life for you. It's always interesting to think about and talk about these things because I think they're so universal, but we don't hear about them often. These are the types of conversations I like to have. These are the types of things I like to dig into because I see the benefit. I've seen the benefit for me. I've seen the benefit for tons of other people, either through personal development events, through personal coaching, through coaching others. I have seen how much power there is in just talking about this stuff honestly. And the other thing is, by bringing to light things that we often either don't even consider or don't investigate, we then have an opportunity to reframe it and put it into a different light or a different context. So when we hear, okay, I need a stronger why, that's definitely part of it. That's definitely one big aspect of it, is that the why and the understanding of this is why this is important to me. And the example that I like to use is if you have the single mom who is giving everything for her kids, and she is doing anything and everything to make their lives as great as it can be. If she says, I want to look good in a bikini, okay, that could be a reason. That could work. And maybe that will be very motivating for her. That's the key, is finding what is motivating for you and empowering. And it is based off internal growth, not external validation. Because if the six-pack is about having girls or guys like you more, or then you'll feel confident enough to get naked in front of somebody, that's where we start to fall into a trap. If you say, I'm doing this for me, great. And whatever comes of it, comes of it. Awesome. But if you take that same person, let's say this particular single mom is not motivated by that. It seems like she is. It's that superficial motivation, but that falls off very quickly when we start to meet resistance. But if you said, hey, if you committed to fitness because you want to be able to play with your kids, that when you become a grandma, you want to be the grandma who's out there running around with the kids and playing, not the one sitting in the chair. That you want to be at the park with your kids and you're the parent who all the other parents go, how do you have so much energy to play with them? And you're able to love on them more. And you're able to be an example for them. You see how different that feels? See how much deeper that goes? Even if you're not a mom or a single mom or a parent at all, that triggers something in most people of, holy shit, like, what could I link to in my own life that goes that deep? Now, the other piece, because the why and the reason is great, I think the other critical piece is the ability to reframe solutions that have held us back, reframe situations that have held us back in the past. So rather than say, I can't do it because I'm not a morning person, it's starting to say, ask empowering questions. How can I become a morning person? What do I need to change to become who I want to be, who I've always wanted to be? It's not about what do I need to change to make other people like me. It's what do I need to change if I want to be the best version of me? Because that ability to reframe, I can't work out and I don't have a gym. What can I do right now? What do I know how to do? Where can I go learn? Can you pay for one free training session? Can you pay for one training session or sign up for a free week at a gym and learn a couple workout routines and learn about proper form and then research it on YouTube and do real basic stuff without any weights and get in great shape? Abso-fucking-lutely. I did it for 3 years. I traveled 50% of the time all over the world, unpredictable diets, unpredictable gyms. A lot of times my workout was just a towel on my floor. Like that was my workout equipment. That's all I needed. Trust me, there is a ton. If you have any questions, email me. I will gladly send you a ton of different stuff. Even just Sean Vigue Power Yoga. For anyone who has that excuse, Sean Vigue Power Yoga. That's Sean, S-E-A-N, and then Vigue is V-I-G-U-E on YouTube. I did his workouts all over the world. And phenomenal. Great workout, great stretching. But he is also intense. So I wouldn't recommend that if you're just starting out, just to be clear. And caveat, you do this stuff at your own risk. I'm not a physical professional, medical professional. So check with your doctor first. There's my caveat. So what I would like to challenge you to do today is this. Is take a look at your life and ask yourself, where am I waiting to buy the gym? Where am I lying to myself and saying that this thing will bring commitment, dedication, intensity, happiness? Where in your life are you waiting or creating a false barrier between you and your goals? And what's one step you could take today to overcome the lies that have been holding you back? I want to thank you all for listening today. Thank you for joining me on this morning commute. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play now, which I'm excited to say because it's been a while that I've wanted to do that. And if you would like to reach out to me to get feedback on the show, to share recommendations for interviewees, if you would like to ask questions that you'd like me to answer on the air, feel free to reach out to me at brian@overcominggraduation.com. And if you're ready to dive in, get clear, test out coaching, see what it looks like and feels like, get clear on what your goals are, why you want to do them, what's your empowering reason to do it, and set up a clear action guide on how to make those dreams and goals a reality starting today, I want you to visit overcominggraduation.com/coaching and set up your 1-hour free clarity session with me. And when we get into that session, I will walk you through it. Several powerful exercises to get clear on what you want to do, why, and give you a clear action guide on how to make them happen. So I love you guys. Thank you all for listening. And thank you, as always, for joining me. I will be talking to you all again real soon.